Okay folks, here we are, we've arrived at the caravan park. Now we're going to unhitch from the car and do the setup for the caravan. So we'll connect electricity, we'll connect water, we'll also run the grey water drains as well, and we'll get you set up to have a great time. Nice and tight on that lever, we'll lift the brake and we'll start to wind. Now, the override brake mechanism here is something really important to take into account. As you back this into position, the override brake may concertina. If that's the case, after you've set the brake and before you actually do the unhitch, you will need to move the car forward in order to uncompress the override brake. Now this is important because if you don't, you'll end up with marks on your car, because as you release the tow ball, the tow hitch, this will uncompress and poke holes in your car. So we've got the jockey wheel nice and tight. We'll hold up the unlock mechanism and wind, which will release the hitch from the ball. Now that we've released the hitch, now it's a good time to remove the safety chain. The electrical wiring and the emergency brake release. You can see how these connect in the hitching video. So we're free from the vehicle, and at this point we'll hop in the car and we'll just move it forward a little. Then we can use the jockey wheel to make the van level from north to south. So here we are folks, we're unhitched, car's clear of the van. We can, at this point, we'll start working on making the van level using the jockey wheel to lower it back down until it's in the level position. You can use a spirit level, your iPhone, even a glass of water to identify when the van is level. And so at this point we can put down some stabiliser legs, connect the utilities, and we're good to go. So here we are, we'll open up the front boot locker. Put our wheel chocks in as we go around. Electrical lead comes out. Drinking water comes out. Grey water or drain water comes out. At this point we can also take out the awning operation, and we'll take out the stabiliser leg tool. While I'm here, I'm going to turn the gas on. Turn it all the way on and then back it off a half turn. Make sure that the blue arrow is pointed in the direction of the bottle that you're using. Okay, so let's get on with stabilising and connecting utilities. We'll get these out of the way by dropping them where they need to go. So electricity connects at the front. Drinking water connects halfway down, and grey water will set up. Okay folks, this is the travel cover for the climate control and hot water system. So we need to take this cover off and store it safely for when we're in the caravan park, and we need to refit it for travel. So this is one of our pre-departure checks as well. So we'll put that back in the locker. Let's start with connecting our power. Open up the bag. You now will plug in the electricity to the van. Now you'll notice in the shot that this is a 15 amp plug. which means that the earth pin is significantly larger than in your domestic environment. All caravan parks are fitted with 15 amp connectors. So we'll take this, plug it in just like a normal extension lead. Press it home, close over your weather flap and run out the extension lead to wherever you need to plug it in. Typically there'll be a ComSend close to your caravan that you can use to plug in your power and your water. So let's move down to the water. So we've opened up the catch, simple pull on the little handle, and we'll plug into water. We're going to plug the hose using a regular garden connection, plug our beverage tube onto the hose fitting. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take this end, run it over to the ComSend in the caravan park, connect it to water, and we're going to run a little bit of water out through this hose just to flush it before we make the connection to the van. Then we're ready to go. Turn the water on. I would like you to turn the water on maybe a turn and a half on the tap, not quite fully open because some of the caravan parks do have enormous water pressure. Okay, let's get on to the grey water hoses. Now under the caravan you'll find a connection flap for the grey water, and on this caravan there are actually two. So we'll take our two hoses, use this push fitting and simply push it into just like that. And there's two. So grey water continued. We've plugged those two hoses on there and we'll just run those over to the drainage point. Every ComSend that has water and power will have a drain facility for grey water, which of course is sink and shower, nearby to where you plug in your fresh water and plug in your electricity. So in conclusion, we've got our stabiliser legs down, the van's already levelled, we've got our wheel chocks in, we're connected to drainage, fresh water, we've uncovered our service flap for the climate control and hot water service, we've got our electricity plugged in, we're ready to go inside the van and set up the inside. Thank you very much.